Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny and welcome to the Ver Travels Japan. Long time no sit down vlog. Yes, I have missed it, and today's video is very important because finally I will be answering a lot of your questions again from my DMs in TikTok, in Instagram, and in Facebook. Again, I am very sorry that I wasn't able to answer everyone. I have been flooded with a lot of messages, but the great news is I'm creating this video so that it can enlighten your questions regarding the topic of how to become an assistant language teacher in Japan this 2025. Yes, you've heard it right, guys. In this video, I will be answering the top 12 questions that I have been getting in the internet from you guys about being an ALT in Japan. Actually, written down it here. Yes, so I can, discuss it very thoroughly so that you can have an idea how to become an ALT here in Japan. Okay, so before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click that subscribe button and follow me on Facebook and TikTok and in Instagram because I do post a lot of things about my life in Japan and a lot of things about being an assistant language teacher in Japan. Okay, and without further ado, let's get started. So again, there are 12 questions that I will be answering for you guys. And let's start with question number 1. Miss Jenny, how to become an ALT in Japan? One of the classic questions. And I would always say or recommend what I did or what I applied to, and that is the Japan Exchange Teaching Program. This is an exchange program from the Philippines to Japan. It's a direct program from the Japan Embassy of the Philippines. So it's legit, guys. It's very much legit. So please just search Japan Exchange Teaching Program Philippines, JET Program Philippines, and you'll be able to, have an idea of what this program is about. Next, number 2, when and where to apply. Okay, so I have been specifically telling this to the messages I have been able to reply to, but the application is directly to the Japan Embassy in the Philippines in Manila in Rojas Boulevard. This is not an agency. You don't need an agency to apply. It is directly an application made to the embassy, and you need to apply in Manila. Or I think there is also a consulate in Davao City, for those of you who are living in Mindanao. But I'm not sure because I'm from Manila and I applied in the Japan Embassy of the Philippines in Manila. So just double check that out too, guys. Okay? Next, question number 3. Are there any placement fees, Miss Jenny? And my answer is none. There is no placement fee, guys. You don't have to pay the embassy anything to be placed in this job. Okay? Next, number 4. Is there an age limit? No, there is none. Okay? There is no age limit that was specified in the Japan Embassy webpage, but of course, always actively browse through the requirements there because it might change without further, notice. But yeah, so far, guys, no age limit that was mentioned. Okay? Next, number 5, requirements. So, how do I know if I'm qualified? Well, if you have bachelor's degree, you are fluent in English, your English fluency is good, and you have a Philippine passport, then definitely you can apply as an assistant language teacher under the JET program. If you ask me, is there experience required? I didn't finish education as my bachelor's degree. That's okay. Any course is fine as long as it's a bachelor's degree. And you don't need experience, but of course, experience and basic Japanese skills is, preferred. Definitely. It will give you an advantage, guys. So if you think that you can invest in yourself and get that, education units or experiences or, that basic Japanese language lesson, then definitely get that before the application. That will really help your application. Yes. Okay, next. Number 6. Can I apply outside the Philippines? No, you cannot apply outside the Philippines. Unless you are not applying as a Filipino JET, then you can apply outside the Philippines. But if you are, then you need to apply directly to the consulate of Manila. Okay? And if you are abroad, you need to send your applications in Manila, okay, in the Philippines. But yeah, you can still apply. And the next question, number 7. But I'm already in Japan. Can I still apply? The answer is yes. You can apply so long as you have a Philippine passport. It means your consulate can still be in the Philippines. And you haven't stayed in Japan for like 5 years or so. I'm not sure with that one, but I know that there's a specific rule like that. So please double check that one out in the Japan Embassy of the Philippines page, just to be sure, okay? Next, number 8. How long is the process before I can fly to Japan? So based from my experience, guys, the process took about 1 year before I got deployed. So that includes the 3 stages of the application. I'm not gonna dive deep into that right now, but just there's 3 stages, and then the processing, medical requirements, the POEA requirements, and everything like that. So the deployment will always be around either early departure, which is April, and then the late departure, which is August. So if you're applying for the 2025 jet application, application starts on October or September this 2024, and it will run through until the departure in 2025 April or August. Okay? Yes. Next, number 9. How much will I be spending? How much should I assume that I will be spending? So this is just an estimate, guys, and of course, still ESID, every situation is different. It will depend where you are during your application. Of course, you need to budget in the flights and all, but if you're staying in Manila, that will cost you less. But for me, I think it's around 150 to 200,000 pesos. All in, this is inclusive of the application requirements, the papers that you need to process, the transportation, if you need to fly in and fly out of Manila. The pocket money that you will be bringing to Japan, of course, and the medical requirements, of course, you have to pay for that as well. And other requirements for the POEA, there are things you need to pay before you can exit as an OFW. So, yeah, that's for my estimate. But again, ESID, it can still depend on a lot of factors. It can go down, it can go up, it depends. But expect to budget around that figure, okay? Right, next, number 10. Are housing and the flight provided by the embassy? My answer is yes and no. So for the flights, going to Japan and going home to the Philippines once your contract ends, yes, they provide that one. But the housing, it depends. Some are discounted, they carry half of it. Some, they don't carry anything at all. So we will pay for that with our own salaries. So yeah, it will depend around that one. Okay, ESID. Remember that one. ESID. Every situation is different. Okay, 11. Salary. How much is the salary? It's searchable, guys. You can just search jet program salary. Searchable. You can definitely search that and know about it. It will depend on your year. It goes up from 1st to 3rd year, and then 4th and 5th is the same as the 3rd year salary. But I would really say that jet program salary is really nice compared to other direct hired ALT jobs in Japan. Okay, and last, number 12. After the jet program, can I still continue or can I still stay in Japan? The answer is yes, you can still continue staying in Japan and work here, but you can no longer work under the jet program. The jet program is only for 5 years strictly, but they will assist you in finding another job here in Japan, or you could just search on your own. You can always extend your visa. That's no problem. You're already here. So you can transfer jobs. That's no issue. You don't have to go back. But of course, during your application, it's better if you tell them that you have that plan, that you're going back to the Philippines, just so they can really measure what are your goals as an educator or as a cultural ambassador here in Japan. But yeah, you can. That's a choice that you can make. And yes, those are the top 12 questions that I have been getting from everyone on the internet. And I hope those things can guide you for your 2025 JET ALT application journey. Yes, so that is it, guys. If you have any other question, I will try my best to answer those. Please feel free to DM me on Facebook, Japan with Jenny, and on TikTok as well, Japan with Jenny. And on Instagram, jenny.vmg. Anyway, yes, so that is it. I wish you all the best and good luck in becoming an assistant language teacher in Japan under the JET program this 2025. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.